So guys, today the Splitgate 2 servers have been quite generous with me, and today I've been able to play a ton of games. So today I'm here with my top 5 tips for new or even returning players for the Splitgate 2 open beta. Now the first tip here I think is going to be mainly for any of my fellow controller players out there, and this is all about portal placement. Because in this game, when you're moving super fast, sometimes getting your portals in the intended spot can be somewhat tricky, especially when first starting out or when you're trying to hit these super small portal walls. So my advice for anyone struggling with this is to aim down sights when trying to set up your portals, because yes, you can ADS and shoot portals at the same time, so having your portals shot go straight through the center of your crosshair can help out tremendously, whether you are new to the game and trying to get used to the movement and portal mechanics, or just for anyone who wants to get portals in the perfect position. Me personally, I have found this to be a great help, and it can even be a great tactic to use when trying to close other people's portals with your own, because yes, you can do that as well. Moving on to the next tip, pulsating enemy portals. Now, if you've found yourself either chasing an enemy through their own portal, or just happen to stumble upon one, if you take a close look, you might see that sometimes these portals pulsate and can even make an alarm-like noise. Well, what this means is that an enemy player is waiting for you on the other side. Now, most of the time, this fact can be more quickly found out because you've just been shot through that very portal. But if you're able to sneak up on someone who somehow is watching through the portal but hasn't seen you yet, knowing this fact can lead to some very funny moments, but is also just a nice thing to know. So the next time you try to camp behind your portal, just be aware that even though people can't see you, they still have a way of knowing that you're there. For the third tip, let's talk power weapons. So if you've seen people running around with rocket launchers, dual-wield SMGs, or even a baseball bat, those are just some of the game's power weapons, which are 1, very powerful, but 2, very easily missed when playing a game. So keep an eye out for any gold markers on your screen that resemble one of these types of weapons, because you can go absolutely crazy with these weapons and you will 100% want to get to them first. But don't worry, if you happen to kill the person who got to it first, you are able to then pick these weapons up, and they can be very easily spotted when on the ground because they have this gold outline around them. One major thing to know though that keeps these weapons balanced is the fact that they have very limited ammo. So you might be able to get a quick kill streak with these things, but definitely be aware of how much ammo you have left, and be sure to keep an eye out for another weapon that you want to swap with once you're out. Also, yes, the baseball bat has ammo, and I have no idea why or how that even works, but it does, so keep that in mind as well. Moving on to the second to last tip, if you are struggling in games for some reason and the enemy team is winning by a landslide and you want to try to make a comeback, taking advantage of the team-wide class-specific buffs can be a way of doing this. If you don't know, each class not only has its own set of abilities to help itself in fights, but also comes with a team-wide buff that can be very useful. For example, the 3 team-wide buffs currently in the game for Eros, Meridian, and Sabrask are as follows. For Eros, you have Taskmaster, which grants you faster ability cooldowns for you and your teammates. For Meridian, you have Wellness, which grants faster health regeneration for you and your teammates. And for Sabrask, you have Fortitude, which makes your equipment recharge faster for you and the rest of your team. Now, these may sound like small buffs, but the faster health regen could have been the difference between winning or losing that gunfight. And the same goes for if you want faster ability or equipment cooldowns as well. And alongside this, you also have your own class perks, which you are able to unlock as you play. And because all game modes in this game are round based, at the beginning of each round you can switch stuff up depending on what worked and what didn't in the last round. This includes your class to provide a different team-wide buff, weapons, attachments, perks, and equipment, so don't be afraid to switch things up if stuff doesn't go to plan. And for the final tip, let's talk portal momentum, because you probably saw that guy in the CG trailer flying about with his portals and thought to yourself, that's not how it actually works in game, right? Surprise, that's exactly how they work, and knowing this and letting your brain go wild can lead to some very crazy moments, like this one. And that's it for my top 5 tips for Splitgate 2, but please by all means share your tips in the comment section down below. And whilst you're down there, if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I'd very much appreciate it. With all that said, that's it from me here today. So once again, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Heating up.
I'm insane.